I'm Brian Milton from Team Flex. Today, we're going to dive into looking at side by side Bikini Pro Card winners versus Fit Model Pro Card winners at the most recent Pro Qualifier NPC North Americans, right? This division Fit Model, it's new. A lot of people are very confused where they belong at this point. Do they belong in Fit Model or Bikini? Some people think they look exactly the same. Well, today, I'm going to step by step break down a lot of our Pro Card winners here from this event to showcase just for you exactly the differences. And by the end of the video, no doubt you have a better idea of which one of these divisions is going to be best for you. So let's take a look here. On the screen right now, we have Pro Card winner and overall winner Roberta right here. And then also Pro Card winner and overall winner Vanessa. Now the difference is we got Fit Model over here and we got Bikini over here. And I know when you look at this right away, you can see some apparent clear differences, right? And I hope you can, but if you can't, I'll go ahead and highlight it for you, okay? So if we look at the overall winner here, Bikini, Roberta, right? This is all about the hourglass shape. Super narrow waist, good development to the deltoids, good build there. Really symmetrical lower body with the glutes, the density there, matching in good balance between the quads and the hamstrings, and overall creating a really, perfected symmetrical hourglass type of a look with tight conditioning, right? That's why we see the oblique lines. We can even see her abs here. Not all bikini competitors need that, but it does indicate just how lean she is, right? These cuts here in the glute, a little bit of separation in the upper body. Overall, a very complete, very, pro qualifying, winning bikini type of a look. This is what judges want to see and what they have been looking at. Now, if we look over at Vanessa, right, we can see overall a lot of similarities because Fit Model is supposed to be bikini from 10 years back. Okay, bikini used to all look like how Vanessa looks right here at one point or another. And now it's advanced to where Roberta looks like this. But basically, Fit Model still is supposed to be all about the hourglass shape. So we'll still see some good development in the deltoids, a good taper in at the midsection, good balance in the lower body, and a lot of muscle. The biggest differences you'll notice right out the gate, though, these poses are different. They still showcase the hourglass, but it's an old school bikini type front pose for the Fit Model front pose. And that accentuates the physique quite a bit differently, right? Like we don't see as much glute in this front pose. We see a lot more of the quad development here. We see a lot more of that. But in general, Fit Model athletes are looking a lot fuller right now, right? So a lot more muscle in the lower body, very dense muscularity in the quads there. And, we are starting to see a little bit more in the upper body too, as well as overall softer conditions. Very easy to see that this condition is softer than bikini. So Vanessa, the Fit Model winner, she contains overall less muscle, right? She's got smaller shoulders, not as big as what's going on over here with Roberta. She's got, still great waist taper, but it's not as lean of a midsection over there, right? And lower body wise, yes, there's a lot of muscle here, but it's not to the same degree of, muscularity combined with condition, where we see a lot more of the glutes and a lot more of the balance and the cuts and everything there, right? So pretty clear differences here as we look at that in the front. Now let's go to the back because that's where the answer always is every single time. We can clearly see here, if you were like hesitant on the front, you're like, oh, maybe I could go either way. In the back, I'm hoping, you've been watching my channel long enough to know that this is a very massive difference. So when we look to the deltoids here on Roberta or bikini, in other words, a winner, we can see a lot of deltoid, a lot of shape and fullness. That again creates that upper body hourglass, that upper base, if you will, of that hourglass shape. A great taper in, and then the lower body takes the show. Upper glute totally developed, overall glute development, slight separation between the glute hamstring tie-in. You can see your hamstrings, you can see some quad density, a lot of muscle, better condition, overall, very symmetrical look. Fit Model winner Vanessa, a lot of similarities, but also very clear differences, right? We can see some of that shoulder shape from the back, a good taper in here, just like we should for bikini division as of 10 years ago. Lower body is where the biggest differences occur, okay? Note the suit cut. If you are one of the athletes out there, very, very focused on wanting pro cuts and blinging suits, Fit Model, I can already tell you, you will not love it for the reasons of the suit, where it's a 50% coverage on the glute is what they're aiming for here, and no bling allowed kind of thing. So one thing to note, but also physique wise, very different, right? So she still has glute structure and glute density, but no tie-in, no visible tie-ins here. Not, we're not going to really see as much of her glute due to that suit coverage, but overall her glute density is not the same. And same with the lower body muscle. So less muscle overall there. Very, very big difference. Bikini is bigger, bikini is leaner. Let's keep looking. Let's go through. I'll go a little bit faster here as we go through. So Vanessa, we already looked at, but compared to her same class, okay, class A in bikini, look at that difference. So both these athletes are in the same height tier. Very, very different. Cassandra over here, she's got a lot of shoulder shape, a lot of muscle in the shoulders, a lot more muscle even in the upper body. You know, we do see still a lot of that taper in, really good glute structure and density of the upper glute, fullness and balance, and overall a much tighter condition. But it's very, very simple to see looking at these two athletes, a lot more muscle, a lot leaner, right? And I know a lot of people have been saying, I've even seen coaches saying Bikini and Fit Model, it's no difference. Very clear differences appearing now on this stage. So again, let's take a look from the back here. Same classes, Class A winner in bikini versus the Class A winner in Fit Model. Clear and present, very, very noticeable difference in the shoulders and in the glutes and the quads, the hamstrings, tie-ins here. Bikini overall, much more muscular, much leaner. And that's exactly what the rules stated when Fit Model came out. People started confusing it. They started to lose their mind about it. Oh, it's the same. I don't know where to go. Well, watch this video all the way through to the end. I promise you, if you're one of those on the fence, which division should I do? I don't know where to go. You will have a better answer. You will have a very probably 95% clear answer of which division you want to do by the end of my video here today. Okay. So we look here, Class B now versus Class V. Okay. So again, this is bikini versus Fit Model. The pro winner in bikini over here, Jennifer, and pro winner in Fit Model over here, Priscilla. Very clear differences, folks. Okay, I know maybe you're starting to see it now, but we see in the shoulder shape over here, Jennifer's got a lot of that shoulder density, a lot more bicep and tricep, leaner in general. These oblique lines, these abdominal lines, the line in the glute and the hamstring, all of this stuff coming together. This is not stuff we see in Fit Model. We're not going to see it in Fit Model now. Maybe we will in 10 years, who knows what bikini looks like by then, though, right? It's going to be pretty wild. But Priscilla over here, a lot of the same similarities. Good taper in, less deltoid development, right? Less lower body muscle. I mean, sometimes these Fit Model compares from the front do look like they have more of that lower body muscle, but it's just because of this pose. I swear, if we had Jennifer over here hitting this Fit Model pose, her quads would look bigger. They'd look more dense in this pose, and that's just the way it is. But, you can see very clear differences where there's still a lot of similarity in the muscle and the shape. But bikini is very much so more of an advanced, aggressive look when it comes to what you're looking for. Bigger shoulders, bigger glutes, bigger quads, leaner in general than Fit Model, right? So you're probably starting to get an idea, okay? I kind of am liking the way Fit Model's looking more than bikini, or I'm liking the way bikini's looking more than Fit Model. I coach both of these types of athletes. I coach for bikini and I coach Fit Model. I coach people trying to flip-flop and see which one they want to do, and I can tell you this. I have found nobody at this time who has, become basically totally in love with the way Fit Model is going. It's just the way it is right now. A lot of people are testing, a lot of people jumping in, jumping out, a lot of people are coming with it. It's still an evolving division though, right? There are very much so, however, a lot of die-hard bikini competitors where, a lot of even the current Fit Model pros were bikini before, and maybe they transferred over to Fit Model now and they totally love it, and that's the way to go. But at the amateur level, it's a lot of back and forth. And so if you're in that spot where you're like, I don't know, I'm not diehard Fit Model, I'm not diehard bikini, try both, right? Try it out. You can do that show to show, not at the same show, but you can do that show to show. Obviously, your prep's going to look different. Obviously, the way you're going to be feeling is going to look different. I think we will start to see a lot more diehard Fit Models in our time here. But right now, bikini, I do think still very clearly is the preferred division in a lot of it. If you were going to put, bikini, wellness, Fit Model figure up against, most women are competing in bikini right now. And I think it's honestly mostly because it's a very established look, right? Like Fit Model's brand new. We'll see where it goes. But ultimately, that's what's going on. I want to know what you think, right? Are you a diehard Fit Modeler? Have you found it and you love it and you'll never go to any other division? Or, you test in the waters, or you one of the ones that did test it, you went back, you're going back to bikini now. There's a lot of them. I'm working with a lot of them right now, actually. So here we are, though, Class B versus Class B. I want to see here, the biggest difference, which, again, It's everything. It's everything across the board, right? It's the shoulders. It's the glutes for sure. It's a lot of difference in this lower body, right? Like way more lower body difference down here in the glutes and into the quads and into the hamstrings. It's just overall leaner, again, showcasing that tie-in. Over here, it's not the same. It's not as much. It's still, again, muscularity, still shoulder shape, still taper in. Lower body, still glute development, upper glute overall, no tie-ins again here, right? Just like it should be stated by the rules, and good balance between the quads and the hamstrings. But again, very, very clear differences. Like no freaking doubt, you could not see these athletes together, aside from here in this video. This is the only place you're gonna be able to see these types of athletes together because the divisions are very clearly different. And that's honestly exactly why I'm making this video. All right, let's keep going. A couple more classes here. Also, by the way, if you have any need for anything, right, you need help with anything, this is the place to go. It's my free coaching trial. You get to train with me free for 7 days, free coaching experience, right? If you want to figure out how to get your fit model physique, how to get your wellness physique, how to optimize your prep, figure out your peak week. I don't know what to do for improvement season. I'm having a hard time with my training splits. I need help with nutrition. I don't know what to do with this. I don't know how to pose. I don't Come do this. It's free, absolutely free. You don't put your card in. You're not getting charged at the end of the 7 days. It's not like one of those apps or anything like that. It's just literally a free coaching experience with me where I will help you with absolutely whatever you need. I'm your coach free for 7 days. And I do this as a give back to the bodybuilding world, to the community, to those of you out here that are having a hard time, probably all of you watching this video. They're like, I don't know what division I need to do. Well, come in this trial. And in the next 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, me and you talking back and forth in my training platform, I will help you be able to 100% know which division you need to be doing, right? There is simply no doubt about that. So type it in on your phone right now. You just put your email in. It takes you 30 freaking seconds to sign up for this. And I guarantee it'll make a difference in your entire outcome for where you want to go as a competitor, the results you can get, and everything else. All right, a couple more classes I want to take a look at here. So we are now looking at Class C versus Class C. Also, I'm not doing all of the classes in this video. So if you want to look at more of this, you want part 2, comment down below. I'd happy to do that for you. Okay, so looking here, we have Class C versus Class C. So Renee versus Cassia. Okay, big differences here. I mean, some of these classes, they could look a little tighter, right? Like Cassia definitely has a little bit more muscle, a little bit more shape overall. It is more competitive as far as the muscularity goes in Fit Model than we've seen on some of the previous athletes. But I would say to note, okay, the overall winners, the top of these events are not necessarily looking as muscular dense as she is. But again, these are very similar divisions. However, they're clearly different, right? It's bikini versus bikini 10 years ago. Ultimately, still, we're going to see on Renee a lot more of that shoulder shape and density, bigger taper into the waist because of condition, lower body balance, glute structure, quads, dominance there, everything there. And again, I feel kind of like a broken record, but I'm going to say it one more time. Leaner, okay? Bikini is bigger. It's leaner. Sparkly suits, these types of things, different poses, right? You should be able to look at these and be like, yeah, I kind of like this look over here. No, I kind of like that look over here. Or maybe you like both, and then in which case you go try both, right? But either way, this is ultimately what we're looking at with Cassia here. She's still got shoulder density, not as much as bikini, right? She's still got a taper in, not as much as bikini, right? Lower body does have a lot of muscle and shape, but again, still not going to be as much as bikini, and overall not as lean. We'll see that from the back when we kick over here to the back. Biggest differences again, showing up mostly in the back poses for Fit Model and for bikini. It's a very, very big difference, right? We can see the shoulders not as big, right? We can see the glutes not as developed in general. We can see the hamstrings not as developed in general in Fit Model, right? So just less muscle in Fit Model, less condition in Fit Model, no tie-ins in Fit Model, all these things. So if you're liking that idea, you're like, okay, cool. I like a softer look, actually. I like a little bit less muscle in bikini, as I think that's too aggressive. I like those poses actually a little bit better. I think that accentuates my physique better. Well, Fit Model's a clear, obvious answer. However, if you're on the opposite side, right, and you're like, okay, I like, bikini look. I love that classic bikini look. It's been around forever. I used to do it. I've always wanted to do it. I like the more muscle. I like the leaner. I like the tie-ins. I like the suit cuts. That's kind of ultimately, again, you're not going to ever get that in Fit Model. That's what I was trying to get at earlier when I was saying with these athletes, I'm working with athletes in both divisions. I see a lot of people very rooted in one or the other. I don't see anybody really like, who's actually been competing a decent amount of time on the fence between both. It's just the way it is as this continues to develop. There's people that are diehard bikini, they'll never leave it. And then, we are going to start seeing some diehard fit models. We don't have them yet because it's too early, but I think we will see them. I think we will see more. There is going to be some. If you're a diehard fit model, comment that. Like I said, I know there is some of you IFBB fit model pros. I know you're diehard fit model, but it's just a small amount of you compared to how many IFBB, pros in bikini there are that are diehard bikini. So last one I want to look at for the day. Here we go. So we got Becca Class D and we got Marina Class D. So side by side, I mean, one of the biggest examples you can easily see, right? So much of a difference here when we look to the upper bodies and we look to the V taper, we look to the lower body glutes, the quads, the hamstrings. It's just so much more muscle, so much leaner. Honestly, a lot more of a dramatic shape, the tinier waists in bikini. This is a lot due to the condition, right? Like, you don't have to get as lean in fit models, so the waists are not going to always be as tiny. Sometimes they showcase that. Marina, still great overall shoulder shape, really good taper in the midsection, very tiny waist. You can see some glutes, some quads, all that muscle. However, again, still the same thing to say. One more time for everybody watching. And, I hope you have a clear answer at this point, which one of these divisions you want to jump into or try or convert to or whatever it is. Bikini, it's bigger, it's leaner. It means it's going to have more shape and it's going to have more of that definition. It's going to have more of that structure. Fit model, not as big, not as lean, still has a lot of shape, a lot of structure, and some different examples of, what you may like if you are wanting to compete in fit model. A little bit of a blurred look here on Marina, but that's how the photo is. You get the idea. Nonetheless, very clear differences here. We're going to see less glute development, less hamstrings, less quads, less everything. That's just it. Fit model is the bikini look from 10 years ago when bikini didn't look this aggressive. So that's really what it is. Even the rules state that less muscle than bikini in the shoulders, less muscle than bikini in the quads, less muscle than bikini in the glutes, no tie-ins, less, overall lean. So you're going to just see bigger, leaner athletes start showing up more and more in bikini and, less muscle, less conditioning in fit models. So again, for the athletes on the fence, if you are one of the flip-floppers, there's a handful of them now. There used to be a lot more. Like in the beginning, there were so many people going back and forth. I've seen less and less of that, coaching and talking to a lot of different competitors. I think most people are kind of getting rooted one way or the other at this point, as they should. The season, it's kind of coming to a close at this point. We're in the last chapter of this year's season, the first season for Fit Model. Depending what happens on the IFBB Pro stages next year for Fit Model, like maybe things will be a little bit different, right? People may jump into those more, but as it sits right now, it seems there's two camps. There's two big camps between bikini and fit model. And the reason is because they're not that dang similar. I'm tired of hearing all the coaches that don't understand this division. I'm tired of hearing all the people say it's not, they're the same. It's just a different look. No, these are very clearly two totally different divisions. And I think we're going to see that continue to play out. So thank you for watching. Again, if you need help with anything, I'm serious. Go check out my trial. This is so silly. If you watch my videos and you're like, I learned a lot here in this guy's video today. Well, you can learn 100 times more in a free 7-day coaching experience with me right here. teamfflex.com/7-day trial. It is also in the description if you want to hit that. And that's it, folks. Check it out. Come train with me. And let me know what you think about these divisions, where they're heading, where they're going, and which you're going to be doing. Drop them comments. Thanks for watching. Coach Ryan is out.